Hello, kindergartners. Now, you might notice I'm in a different place for recording today. I'm in our classroom. That's really exciting. I just did pick up with everyone. I got to see some friends. I've looked at some people's hard work, and you guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Now, today, this video is about something called a number bond. Can you say that with me? Number bond, okay? We're going to talk just a little bit about it today, and then I'm going to help you and show you what you need to be doing for the activity today. Now, for the number bond, it always looks something like this. There's a number, there is a circle right here, then two lines and two more circles coming from it, okay? So this number right here, this is called the total. Can you say that with me? Total, right? The total is the biggest number. It even says it right here. It says no one is bigger than me. Now, the total, he wants to stay the king. He doesn't want anyone to be bigger than him. He wants to be the biggest number. So what he does is he makes he puts the numbers in two different places. It's called the parts. Can you say that with me? The parts. So he puts two numbers over here to try to split them up. He wants to make them smaller. Now the parts say, together we make the total. This 5 says we always help each other. So he's splitting these up, but even if they go together again, they're gonna make 8, okay? So we're gonna practice doing this activity on our worksheet, as well as using those pipe cleaners and those beads and those number cards. So Miss K is gonna pause her video and take us over to our desk. Okay, kindergartners, I'm at my desk. So what you need for this for working on number bonds is you're going to need the number 8 worksheet. You're going to need this little pipe cleaner thing, kind of looks like a head with ears, and then you're going to make sure that you have your number cards, okay? Make sure you ask your parents to cut it out so it looks like Miss K, where you have all of your numbers in little flashcards. If you need to pause this video, go do that. Make sure you grab your beads as well, okay? I'm going to use these beads, but you have different beads that Miss K sent with you. Okay, now that you have all of your materials, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to write my name on it. We know that this is important, so I know who's doing this hard work. So Miss K started by writing her name on her paper. Now, what I would like you guys to do is take a number from all of your flashcards. Okay, I'm going to pick up the number 2. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it under the big circle like this, okay? So again, take that flashcard, put it under the big circle like this. Now you're going to put the same amount of beads as the number card, okay? So you can see that this says 2. So how many beads am I going to put? 2 beads, that's right. 1, 2, okay? Now, that is my first step. Now I'm going to take my worksheet here, and you can see the big circle. Remember the total right here? There's a lot of them. You're going to write the number 2 because that's what we just picked. You can see again, I'm using pencil because I want to make sure, in case I mess up, I can erase it. So whatever number you pick, you're going to write it here in the total. That's that big number, right? He wants to be the king. Now you might pick a 3, you might pick a 4. So if you pick a different number, you're going to write that number right there. Pause this video if you need to do that real quick. Write those numbers, okay? All right, next what you need to do, kinders, is you can see there's 2 little circles up here. You need to split up your beads however you want to in the 2 circles. So I'm gonna split mine up, put 1 bead here, 1 bead there. So you can see that I've now split it up into 2 parts. The one part is number 1, and the other part is also a number 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my worksheet here. Since I split it up, I'm going to make sure I write a 1 here because I put 1 bead on one side. And then I'm going to write a 1 on the bottom because I put another bead in the other circle. Let's practice with another number, okay? I know this might be a little tricky, but we're just practicing. We're just kind of getting used to it. And we know that we can also get on Zoom and ask Miss K for extra help if we need it, okay? Now I'm gonna pick another card this time, all right? I picked the number 3. So go ahead, pick another number now from your flashcards. Right, so we know once we pick this number, we're going to put it under like that, okay? You can see it's completely clear. I don't have any beads or anything. Now, since it says the number 3, I have to put 3 beads down. 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, since I added this, remember, you're going to take your worksheet and you're going to write the number that you picked. You're going to write it in the total here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, you can see I wrote the number 3 because that's what my total is right now. Now remember, the total's the king. He says, I want to make everyone smaller than me. I want to be the biggest number. So since he wants to be bigger, he's going to split those beads up. He's going to make them into smaller numbers. So let's split these beads up into smaller numbers. You can do this however you want. I think I'm going to put 2 beads here and 1 bead there. You can see it looks like that. Now I need to make sure I record on my worksheet what I just did. So we know that we started with a 3. I put 2 beads in one circle and 1 bead in another. So I'm going to put 2, then I'm going to put a 1. Good. It looks just like we did it, okay? Now you can see that Miss K, she's not drawing how many beads I have. I'm writing my numbers. We've been working really hard on writing our numbers and being able to recognize them. So you can see that I'm writing them. All right, let's go on to the next number. I wonder what the card's gonna be. All right, let's see. Okay, here it is. I wanna make sure I get a new number. My new number is 5. So kindergartners, once you pick those flashcards, now what do you need to do with it? That's right, put it under the big circle, the total, right? He's the biggest number. Now, we know that we need to take those beads and we need to put the same amount of beads on the total. So it's a 5, so I'm gonna put 5 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, okay. So we know that we've now put it in the total. We now need to write it because we don't want to forget it, okay? So here's our total. Here's that big number. We're going to write our total in the big number, in the big circle here, okay? So the number 5. Okay, now I need to make sure, remember, he's the king. He wants those parts, these 2 parts smaller than him. So he's going to make it smaller. So I'm going to split these beads up. I think put 2 here and 2 here. Now, kindergartners, when you look at this, look, I haven't put all my beads in the parts. I want to make sure there's nothing left in the total. So I want to make sure I take this last bead here and I want to put it, whoopsies, I want to put it right there. Okay, I can see I have 3 beads here and 2 beads there. So now I need to record that on my worksheet. So I have 3 beads on the top, okay? And on the other one, I have 2. So kindergartners, what you're gonna do is you're gonna continue doing this, okay? You're gonna take your flashcards, you're gonna pick a number like Miss K did, put it right here on the total, then you're gonna write it here, okay? Split up that total into parts because the total's the king. He doesn't want anyone taking his crown, so he says, I wanna make you smaller, so he's gonna put them in the 2 parts. Then, after you put them in the 2 parts, you're going to record the numbers that you have right here. You're going to do this whole worksheet, okay? So, and you can get the same number twice. Now, I might get 5 again. If I did 5 again, let's pretend that I did, okay? Miss K is going to pretend that she got 5 again, okay? So again, I put my flashcard. I'm putting it under my total, and I'm put 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might need to be like Miss Kate and double check that you have the right amount. Now, last time I split it up, I'm looking at my worksheet and I know last time, I remember how I did it. Last time I put 3 and 2. This time, I'm gonna do it a little differently. I'm gonna put 4 in one side and 1 on the other. Here, let me show you what it looks like. Tricky with the laptop, but I'm doing the best I can. I'm going with the flow. You can see I made it look a little different. So even if you pick the same number again, that's okay. It's also really good for your math brain to be able to see how numbers can split apart like this, okay? So I'm gonna pretend that I just did that. So I know that I put the 5, and I put 4 on one side and 1 on the other, okay? Kindergartners, you've got this. You have some strong brains. I can't wait to see that work. And remember, if you need help, ask the grown-ups in your house and say, I need some help, or you can always get on Zoom with Miss K. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye, Kinders.